Hello, it is Breezy Tarot here, back with another pick a card reading. For today, we are going to be taking a look at what messages Spirit has for you. Now, I wanted to leave this reading very open, so honestly, every pile is going to be different in the sense that it's not covering any specific area of your life. So whatever message Spirit really needs you to hear right now, that is what we're going to be going over today. And we have 3 piles. We have pile number 1 with the amethyst. We have pile number 2 with the rose quartz. And we have pile number 3 with the green aventurine. Take a second now to pick which pile calls out the most to you, and then go down below in the description box and click the corresponding timestamp, and then we will hop right on into your reading. Okay, can't wait to see you guys there. Hello, pile number 1. If you chose the amethyst, then this is going to be your reading on what message Spirit has for you right now. So to start off, we have meditate and contemplate. I feel like the answers you're looking for are really within, in the sense that it sort of is going to ask you to go to the depths of yourself, of self-discovery. And I'm going to pull out what the tarot for you guys is, because it's kind of an interesting picture that Spirit is painting. So we have the Justice card, we have the 4 of Swords, we have the 7 of Wands, and we have the Devil. I feel like you have sort of been feeling restless lately. That's the word that I would use. I bet something about your current circumstance. Now, I don't know what this is specifically in regard to. I feel like it might be different for some of you. For some of you, this might be an overall feeling towards your current lifestyle. It could be towards a living situation, a work situation, a relationship situation. Whatever it is, I am feeling there's this sense of uneasiness in you. Something feels kind of uncomfortable right now, but you're not sure what that is. And I feel like you're desiring change right now, but you don't know how to bring about this change. And so it has you feeling a little bit restless, like there's something you need to do, but you don't know what it is. Or maybe it could even be something as simple as you feel like you need to make a choice about something, but you don't know what's the right choice. It could be something, like you deciding if you want to make a career change, or a change to, a relationship. I'm not really sure. I don't feel like the change necessarily specifically has to do with one thing. It could be a bunch of things, but I am just seeing that there's like a sort of restlessness surrounding whatever this situation is. And what Spirit is sort of saying is you need time to take a step back and to give yourself the space to really think about this, or to just sit with yourself and check in. Like, I'm seeing rest is going to be really important right now. I'm seeing meditation for some of you. You could literally be wanting to go to a spiritual retreat, an ashram. For others of you, you might just feel called to meditate. You might feel like, even if it's not something you do on a regular basis, you might feel like you want to start trying. For others, it might be maybe you just want to pick up a spiritual practice. Like, I'm seeing that for those of you that chose on this pile, there might be something you want to go and do that you sort of feel like it might help relax you. For some of you, it might even be as simple as like maybe just wanting to go to the spa, and maybe just wanting to get a massage and wanting to relax. Sorry if you hear my phone going off in the background, but I'm really picking up that what you're desiring is rest, but what you feel like you almost need to do, like you feel like you need to do something to change the current situation or to make something better. I feel like a lot of you right now, you instinctively you are desiring rest, but maybe long term you're desiring a new life for yourself, or like you want to accomplish a goal, or like it's giving me like you're just unhappy with like if you were in the exact same position a year from now, you would not be satisfied is what I'm getting, and you're feeling like you need to make change happen. But I think what really needs to happen is you need to rest, and you need to take a step back to really sit with yourself and check in. That's what Spirit is sort of showing me, is that meditation will be really helpful. A trip for some of you who want to like just take a trip and like relax, like I'm just seeing relaxing right now is actually gonna really help you, because I think you already sort of know the change that you need to make, or the idea that I'm specifically getting from Spirit is that you don't need to try to make this change happen. The reason why it if you're resonating with this pile, the reason why you're feeling called to make some sort of change, you feel like something needs to happen, is because you are on the verge of a huge transformation. But it's not going to all happen overnight, and it's not necessarily going to happen like you can't force it to happen, but it will happen naturally is what I'm seeing. And actually the quickest way to change is just by relaxing into yourself, because if you just relax yourself, the picture that Spirit is painting for me is that when you're in that relaxed state and you're sort of just acting off of instinct, you, without even knowing it, are just gonna make the changes, or you're gonna make the choices that are gonna lead to change. But you have to stop trying so hard, or wanting to try so hard. I feel like you are somebody who's very persistent, and you're somebody who's very determined, and when you want something, you'll push yourself to get it. But I feel like sometimes this works against you, because you'll sort of think that you need to do more than you actually need to do. So you'll end up pushing yourself even harder, and it'll just burn you out. And I feel like Spirit is really urging that you just take a more relaxed approach, and you just sort of allow this change to happen. And that is really going to begin with you getting some rest is the first thing I'm really picking up. Okay, let's get into some of our other cards. So we have the Seed. We'll put that right there. We also have the Temple. We have, I don't know how to say this, Gnosis? I'm going to assume that's Gnosis. Please forgive me if I butchered that. And the Mountain. Okay. So, what I am really getting, and I'm really seeing it in the Seed first, we'll start there. You are on the verge of a change. I said this earlier, but you're on the verge of a really big change. But it's not something that's gonna happen overnight, and I think Spirit is asking that you get comfortable with that idea. You're somebody who cares deeply to either be doing the right thing, or you want to, or like if you know you want something, you will try in your absolute like earnest, like honest, like I'm just seeing if I had to describe your character, like you are somebody who, when you want something, you really do put all the effort into getting it, and you're just like, there's something very genuine about you, in the sense that you're not going to say you want something and then not take the steps to do it. And I can imagine in that scenario, when you want change, but you don't know where to start, or you feel like you're trying, and it's not really quite bringing you the results you had hoped. I can understand how frustrating that is, because it's like, I'm trying, but I'm not really seeing the results. And I think what Spirit is asking is that this change that you want to bring about, it's not like a small change. It's a life change. It's a really big change, and good things take time to grow. You see a beautiful tree, and it could look stunning, but you can't see the roots that are underneath the ground that have just been growing for the longest time. And I guess what I'm trying to say is, liken yourself to a plant. It's like that quote from Victoria Monet when she won her Grammy speech. Like, liken yourself to a plant. You right now are planting the seeds of your dreams, and it's going to take time, and that's okay. The less that you think about wanting to enact change, wanting to bring everything together, and just allowing yourself to just be comfortable and present in right now, you are going to find that without even knowing it, almost instinctively, that you are going to find the change, because you're just going to naturally make the choices that bring you there. And I'm not I'm not saying that it's wrong to want a different circumstance. And specifically, actually, I did see somewhere, like in one of these cards, like I feel like there is a message here about, if something isn't sitting well with you, if it really does not bring you peace, that is a sign that you need to make a change to whatever this thing is. But beyond that, there's nothing you need to do. I feel like you can really trust your instincts on this one, and just take it a step at a time, and know that change does not have to happen overnight. And I really feel like the more that you just get comfortable with yourself, and get comfortable with the idea that change doesn't happen overnight, and the more that you just sort of enjoy right now, the more that opportunities are just gonna blossom for you. You're going to, like, I'm just seeing, the more relaxed you are, the more you're just gonna end up landing yourself in situations that are going to lead to your next opportunity, to your next decision. So just get really comfortable with just relaxing and taking it step by step, one day at a time. One Step at a Time by Jordan Sparks. If you want to go and listen to that song, if you feel called to, definitely do that, because I don't know, I just thought of it right now. So I don't know, might have a message in there for you. But we're gonna pull the rest of the cards. So the first one, Labradorite, See the Magic, put that right here. We also have Aquamarine, Go with the Flow, and Malachite, It's Time to Transform. You're totally spot on. If you're resonating with this reading, right, and you're really desiring change, and you're feeling restless, you feel like you want this change to happen now, I want you to know that you are spot on. Change does need to happen now, but it's not like you have to force it. It's actually the most natural path for you. And what Spirit really wants for you is to just relax into where you are and be extremely present with yourself. Be present with your emotions and your desires, and just take it one step at a time, and really, really just relax into the present moment. That's the message. Relax into the present moment. Transformation will find you, because it's the most natural thing for you right now. You are already in the process of transforming. It's not a path that you have to get on. It's the path you're already on. You just have to allow yourself to relax into your path and trust that even if it doesn't look quite clear right now, you're finding your way there. Also, I am getting a message that the more that you relax into your path and relax into where you are in this moment, the more that you will be able to see the opportunities around you. I'm getting a message that there's a lot of hidden opportunities all around you. And again, it's not something you have to try and look for. When I say hidden, I don't mean that they're hidden and you have to try and search for them. I mean that literally they're in plain sight. And because you're trying to look for the next thing, you're missing them. If you just relax and you stop trying to look for the next thing, these opportunities will approach you. You just have to be able to really be in tune with yourself. Be in tune with your emotions, and you'll find yourself guided there naturally. Trust in the process. I'm really seeing that this era of transformation, it's going to happen naturally. So know that you are on the right path, and you're exactly where you need to be. There's nothing you need to do. Just relax into who you are, into the path that you're already on, and allow yourself to see the beauty, the abundance, the opportunities that are already in front of you. They're already here. That's the great part, is that they're already here. There's nothing you need to do. You're right on time. Okay, that is my reading for you, pile number 1. I hope you found it insightful. I hope you found it helpful. And if you'd like, you can subscribe. You can like the video. And I hope to see you in the next one. Bye. Hello, pile number 2. If you chose the rose quartz, then this is going to be your reading on what messages Spirit has for you. Now, when I tell you that I am really excited for your reading, I don't think you understand how serious I am, because the energy here is just, it's really powerful stuff. So let's just hop on in. To start, we have be bold and make the first move. I'm going to say this right off the bat. I feel like a lot of creatives pick this pile. I feel like a lot of, it could even be entrepreneurs. I feel like there's also like a lot of confident energy, very strong. So the energy with this pile is very fiery, and that could manifest in a couple of different ways. It could be that you're very confident, that you're very charismatic, that you're very creative. So really just take what resonates. But I am seeing that a really big thing with this pile is being bold and sort of allowing that fiery side of who you are shine. And I'm gonna pull the tarot just to sort of explain what I'm talking about, okay? So first we have the Tower card. We also have the, I actually don't want to put that there. We have the Page of Cups. We also have the Temperance card. And we have the Queen of Wands. Let's actually get this all in the frame. And lastly, we have the King of Cups. So, I just feel like this is what I'm picking up, right? We'll start with the Tower. I have this sense that when I see the Tower, this normally means that you're like on the verge of like this huge transformation, and it's like almost like it can kind of rock you. But I don't feel the case with this pile that is the case. I feel like the Tower is representative of a change that you've already been through, of a transition, a shift that has already taken place in your life. And I feel like you're in the process of rebuilding. Whatever this change was, it was something that maybe took place over the course of a period. Maybe it did not happen all at once, and maybe it was in several different areas of your life. So maybe there were some huge shifts around your career, your relationships, your living situation. But whatever this change was, it was definitely something. It might have not been a bad change, because it probably was in your best interest that these things fell away. But what I am sort of sensing is that maybe it left you in a place where you had to rebuild, because it's like it's the tower falling. Like, you had to rebuild your life back up. And I feel like that's the current process that you're in. I feel like, and the reason why I was saying, like, I feel like a lot of fiery energy, because we have the Queen of Wands and we also have the Page of Cups. I'm getting the sense that whatever you went through here, but also just in general, like as a person, I feel like you have a lot of confidence, and I definitely feel like you are a people person. I feel like whether or not you know it, there are a lot of people around you who actually really admire your character. They admire your confidence. They admire your creativity. Like, there's a lot of admiration that I'm seeing around you. You're somebody who's very powerful. Even if you're not in a technical position of power, you're somebody whose energy can be felt very strongly, and it's something that a lot of people really look up to you for. I also have this sense that you're somebody like who's very emotionally intelligent. You're very in tune with your emotions, and I think that's sort of how you navigate most of your choices and most of your life decisions. Is you're somebody who, like, you won't do something unless it really feels right to you. You're deeply intuitive, and I feel like this can connect a lot with your creativity if you are creative. You sort of are a person, like, you march to the beat of your own drum. You really follow your heart above all else, and you are able to lead with confidence. And I'm going to be really honest, I feel like if you did go through this period that was a little difficult and it was a little bit of a tower moment, I feel like that was very necessary in order for you to rebuild, because it's in what you rebuild that you're going to sort of land your perfect situation, or you're sort of going to, I don't know, like, I'm seeing that you're going to build like a life that's really perfect for you. And I feel like a lot of it is like through your creativity, through your own vision, through your gifts. Like, I'm just seeing like you're gifted. Like, there's something, like, you have this, like, you have an it factor. Like, there's something very special about you, and I can't tell if it could be different for everyone that's tuning into this pile. It could be you have really good ideas, you're like an amazing artist, you're super charismatic, everyone likes you. Like, it's a lot of different things like that I'm picking up, but I feel like you're gonna understand how this resonates, and it's probably going to be connected to an area of your life that you feel the most excited about, because I am seeing that there's a lot of like excitement here. I feel like there's a lot of childlike excitement for the future and for what you are going to create. Yes, you are rebuilding and you're coming back from this tower moment, but that's kind of exciting because it's almost like there's a world of opportunities now that are open to you, because you can really go in any direction you want. I also feel like balance is something that is incredibly important with the Temperance card. I feel like I did get the message just now, like, Spirit does want you to prioritize your health and prioritize like balancing your life, balancing the different areas of your life, especially if you are currently rebuilding a lot of different areas of your life. Make sure that you are not pouring too much into one cup or one basket and not enough in the other. There was some sort of message like about that. I feel like balance is the key, but I do see that there is just a lot of really exciting stuff coming your way, and I feel like it's something of your own creation. You know what I mean? Like, it's something that you're going to bring about through your talents and through your gifts and through the things about you that really shine, which is really exciting. It's your time to shine, baby. That's what it is. But let's get into some of the other cards. Okay, so first we have the stone, and we also have you are electrifying, allow your talent to do the talking, and healing trauma, dissolve the chains of age-old pain. Okay, another thing I'm really seeing, I feel like, going back to the message about balance that I was just saying, I feel like what's really important, and why there was that message that you want to make sure you're balancing your priorities, I feel like whatever you're creating for yourself right now, it is going to, I want to say, it feels like it's like a foundation, like you're building a foundation of something. And I feel like there is a need to, I'm trying to find the right words, but like there is a need to stabilize, to steady yourself right now. And I think that the reason why is I feel like you have a lot of really great ideas, and I feel like in order to bring these great ideas into reality, you are gonna have to be able to ground yourself. And the way that I'm seeing that Spirit is suggesting, like, the best thing that's gonna help you when it comes to grounding yourself is balance, it's moderation, not focusing. I feel like you're somebody, like, you get really excited about maybe a certain area of your life or a certain thing, and then you just give all your attention and everything to that one thing. And like Spirit is saying, like, to open yourself up and really just like make sure that the way your priorities are, it's balanced. Yes, follow your passion, follow your excitement, but don't forget about the other areas of your life, because they're just as important. And it's really important that when you're creating something, that when you are making something new, when you're trying to, build something, it's really important that you have a solid foundation, because it's like that tower, right? That tower fell. Probably the foundation that tower was built on wasn't a super solid foundation. So when you're rebuilding again, it is important to remember that the foundation has to be strong. And for the foundation to be strong, there has to be balance. It has to be a well-balanced foundation. It has to be stable. So that was like a really big message that I felt coming through with this card. Also, and I was saying it before about like the thing that is going to like really pop for you right now, or where you're going to find success, it's in this thing that makes you special. And I was talking about your charisma, I was talking about your creativity, but I feel like with this card, you are electrifying, allow your talent to do the talking. There's almost this need to not even think too much about what it is you want to do. Again, I feel like there's a lot of creatives in this pile, maybe even like entrepreneurs, but like I just feel like put the action towards these ideas that you're having. You will find success. It couldn't be more clear in this reading that whatever it is you're really good at, it will find success, especially if you have a passion for it. It's not just because you're good at whatever it is you're doing, it's because you're passionate about it. And you're going to find that a lot of people actually respect what you do, and a lot of people actually admire what you do. I'm already seeing that there's a lot of people who already admire you, who admire your confidence, your charisma, your talent. And I think the best thing about you, pile number 2, is that all of that stuff, it just speaks for itself. You don't have to try and sell it, because it's there and it speaks for itself. Whatever it is you want to create or you want to bring into this world, it's gonna be good. Like, period. It's gonna be good, because you have the Midas touch. Everything you touch turns to gold. That's what I'm getting. You are talented. You are gifted. And I feel like you already sort of know this too. Like, I feel like you know, like, whatever it is you're bringing to the table, it's good. And people are gonna resonate with it. People are gonna like it. You are gonna find recognition. You are gonna find success in whatever it is it might be. It could be a business. It could be a hobby. It could be like a new job, a new thing you want to do. Like, it could be really like anything. But whatever it is, you got it. Whatever it is, you are good at it. And people are gonna feel that and see it. And you are gonna see the results of that. And that's really exciting. And I'm really, that, like, I told you at the beginning of this reading, I was really excited for this pile. And like, this is why. It's like, you just have that magic touch. And it's just, it's so cool. I love it. Also, I'm seeing in the healing trauma dissolve the chains of age-old pain. I feel like that was sort of the purpose of this tower moment. You were supposed to let go of a lot of things because you are moving towards this new life for yourself, right? You're stepping more into your purpose, your destiny, the intended direction of your soul's growth. And in order for that to happen, that tower needed to fall, because there was a new tower that needed to be built, one with a much more solid foundation. And I feel like part of the previous foundation was that there was a lot of trauma. There were a lot of things holding you back. There might have been a lot of things that made you not want to share parts of yourself with the world, that made you not want to share your gifts, that made you feel less confident in who you are, that made you feel like you couldn't balance all these different areas of your life, that you had to give to some areas more than others. You know, I'm seeing that the trauma, it's different for everyone. But I'm seeing very strongly that there is this sense of worthiness. And I see it literally. I see it here in this card. I'm worthy. Healing trauma. You are meant to shine. Pile number 2. And you are meant to have success. You are meant to have success. It's already yours, because it is. It's not something you have to try to go and get. It's something that's already yours. You are already worthy because you are. There's nothing you have to do. You have that magic touch. You have that sparkle in you. And I feel like you already know it. Again, I feel like you already know it. I feel like you had to grow and to come to that point where you know it. And I feel like whatever you went through, it pushed you to grow in that direction of being confident, of knowing yourself. It might have even made you more confident. It might have made you more assured in your skill. But this is the time to embrace that side of yourself, because you are worthy. You are worthy of success. And the more you know it and the more you affirm it to yourself, the more that you will be aligned with that path of success, because you're going to know it internally. I'm deserving. And the more you know that you deserve it, the more you're going to want to share your skills, your talents, your gifts, the things that make you shine. And the more you share it, the more people are going to just flock to you. People are going, like, you have that star power. Like, I don't know what this is, but like, whatever it is that you want to do, and again, I feel like you'll know this. Like, if this is something that, I feel like this, if this is something that you're like, you feel like, you'll know that this pile resonates with you, because I feel like this is something you're already aware of. This is ability that you're already confident in, that you're already aware of. And I feel like you just, whatever that is, you are damn good at it. And you really need to explore that, because you're just gonna shine. And there are so many people in the world who are gonna really appreciate that. And it's just really, really exciting. And just remember to be balanced, to prioritize your stability, and, and you are safe to create. You are worthy of putting your creations out there. You are worthy of shining. Okay, pile number 2, that was your reading for today. I hope that you liked it. I hope that you found it insightful. And if you want to follow the channel and, like the video or do whatever, you're free to do that. So I hope to see you in the next one. Bye. Hello, pile number 3. If you chose the green aventurine, then this is going to be your reading on what message Spirit has for you right now. So let's just hop right on into your reading. We're going to start with these 2 cards here. By the way, you are the only pile that got 2 cards as your significator to begin, which I thought was really interesting. But yeah, let's just get into the cards. So the first one being a personal issue reaches resolution, and the second one being a time to give rather than take. What I am getting from this is, I just feel that right now there is a big emphasis for you on community and on people. I sort of feel like this pile will be talking about sort of 2 separate aspects or areas of your life, and one of those areas is definitely how you show up in your relationships. I feel that you will especially resonate with this pile if you are some sort of leader. I'm seeing you could be mentoring other people, you could be a guide, a coach, you could even be surrounded by a lot of people who are doing similar things as you. So maybe, if you're in school, maybe it's like other people who are studying the same thing you are. If you're at work, then it's like other people who have the same job as you, or they're doing similar things. Whatever it is, I'm seeing that now is a time to step up and really be a leader. And sometimes being a good leader, it's not always about being the best at what you do. Sometimes it's just about allowing others to be the best and really bringing the best out of others. So I feel like now there is sort of this push towards like a more generous time, I would say, and I feel that this is going to pour back into you. I'm seeing that your relationships are really at the forefront right now, and the more that you can show up for your relationships, of course, doing it in a way that feels comfortable. I'm not at all suggesting that you should be giving to the point like of burnout, so definitely not that, but just showing up as your best in your relationships, and really especially if you're a leader, allowing others to shine and really being more of a support. I feel like that will feed back into you a lot. I feel like that will actually, not only will that help the people around you, but I feel like it's also going to be really fulfilling for you. And I feel like it's also going to bring about success. That is something I'm seeing. Maybe it's like a long-term success. Like an example of this could be, right now, let's say you are in that more generous time, and let's say the people that you're supporting or the people that you are guiding or mentoring, they might then become very successful, and then they might be actually somebody who can help you later down the line. That was like a message I got that's very specific, but that's sort of like how I'm seeing it. All right, so let's pull the rest of your cards. We have the Ace of Spokes. By the way, I am using the Stranger Things deck, which is interesting because I've never actually watched Stranger Things. So the fact that I'm using the deck is a little strange if you ask me. No pun intended. That was I did not mean to say that. I'm so sorry. But yeah, maybe you really like the show. I don't know. I felt called to use that deck, so that's the deck we're using. We also have the Page of Strands. We have the 5 of Dice. We also have the Queen of Spokes. We have the 10 of Scoops. We have the 6 of Scoops. And we also have the Sun. So, and let me just get into the minor arcana just so that we can go over what these different things mean. So the strands represents the wands. The spokes represents the cups, I believe. The scoops is the pentacles. And I think dice represents swords. So this would be the 6 of pentacles. This would be the Queen of Cups, right? Just so that you're aware too. But I want to start with the Sun, because what this is telling me is that this is going to be a very positive time for you. I'm seeing traveling. I'm seeing a relationship for some of you, or like a romantic connection. I'm seeing a successful group of friends. I'm seeing success. I just see that this is a very positive time for you, and I'm going to get a little bit more into each card. With the Page of Strands, I'm seeing that you are on the verge of something new. This could be it feels like by something new, this could be like you taking a trip, you exploring a new thing. Like, I feel like it could be a new relationship. Like, it's just, I feel like you're in this exploring sort of phase, and I feel like you're really going to have a lot of fun with it. This is a very exciting time that is coming forth right now, if that even makes sense. And yeah, I'm also seeing in the Ace of Spokes, like, oh wow, literally there's a heart. I didn't even see that, but like, yeah, like I was just seeing like there's something very new and it feels very exciting. And like, I am feeling very strongly that for a lot of you that picked on this pile, it is like a relationship of some sort. So I am seeing that that's something that could be starting. It might not even necessarily be something that's long lasting, but it just feels really fun is what I'm seeing. There's a lot of fun right now. And like, I feel like your relationships are gonna be very how do you say it, like they're going to be very fulfilling right now. Like, the more you pour into your relationships, I'm seeing the more fulfilled you're going to be. In the 10 of Scoops, and this is the 10 of Pentacles, I am seeing a lot of success. I feel like it's just reaffirming to me that now is going to be a very positive time for you. There's like a lot of excitement, and I said it in the Sun, but I just feel like it's just being confirmed. Like, there's a lot of opportunities that can be explored. Like, I just feel like there's not really any way that you can go wrong in this time, just because it feels like you're going this time is meant to be very fun and very free and very explorative and very exciting. It's meant to be that for you right now. And if you feel like it's not at the current moment, that's fine. This might not necessarily be your pile, because I'm definitely feeling like for those that picked on this pile and will resonate with it, this is definitely like supposed to be a very exciting time, and it is a time where you are putting emphasis on your relationships, on your friendships, but also maybe on a literal relationship, and it will feel very exciting. It's like a little adventure, and I feel like there's a lot that can actually come out of this time for you. A lot of like possibility is the word. Going more over to this side, I'm feeling that, like, again, it's like this is, it's interesting actually. So this card kind of talks about like advising against pettiness, like, sort of like not putting your own interest above the interest of others in a way. Like, that's not what it means, but that was like what I was taking from it. I feel like right now it would pay off to be very giving and and not always be like, if you're somebody who likes to be right a lot, or likes to be the one in control, there is a message here about like loosening that grip a little and letting others be the one to help or to shine, or letting others take the lead even, in a way. I'm definitely seeing that this is like there are a lot of leaders who gravitated towards this pile, or like people who are used to being in control, and that's just that message of like it will pay off to let others shine right now and to help others. Helping others, it's something that I feel you will be very good at, actually. And I feel like you also intuitively know this at this time. Like, I'd be willing to bet that if you picked on this pile, you are finding success a lot, in maybe group projects, group activities. Like, you'll be finding that there's like an emphasis on that recently. Also seeing that like you might have had a lot of family events recently. Like, that might also be something that is, coming up. Just prioritizing community. I know I keep on saying it. I sound like a broken record, but that's really like what's coming up. It feels like such a positive time that, again, like there's no wrong that you can do. There's no way to like miss something, because I just feel like this time is just about having fun, and really being a really good leader and helping others and giving to others. So now I'm going to get into the last two cards. So we have the Heart and we have the Vow. Again, I'm seeing like with the Heart, especially with the Queen of Cups being right here, I feel like you're meant to lead with your heart. Again, there's like no right or wrong during this time. So I feel like now is really just a time to lead with your intuition, and to just sort of trust where you're feeling called to. I'm also seeing that for a lot of you, there is an emphasis about being authentic to yourself and like making decisions that really feel right to you. And yeah, actually, that's really interesting that I'm saying that, because that was something that that was mentioned in this card. Like, it was talking about, you might have won, but does it feel right? Like, it was, what, maybe I should actually literally read the definition, because there was something in the way it was phrased that really spoke to me, but I just don't remember what it was. Hold the phone. Let's pull it up. It said, sure, it may feel awesome to bump someone else's name off the leaderboard, but are you going to feel good about yourself afterwards? Sometimes a show of skill is necessary, but this card cautions you to think through your actions. Is gloating worth the risk, or will it feel you looking petty and bitter? And like, I don't know, something about that just gave me like the impression of like making a choice, and like maybe it gets you the results you thought you wanted, but like, does it feel right to do that? And I feel like what my intuition is really emphasizing in this reading for me is just that it's really important that you follow what feels right. And I think right now what's going to really feed you emotionally, what's going to fulfill you, is community, is showing up for others, being a good leader, helping others. Like, I feel like these are the things that are really going to make you happy, pile number 3. And I think that now is meant to be a really fun and exciting time. I'm seeing that you're just meant to follow what feels right, follow what feels good. And I'm seeing that the promises that you make to others, the your ability to be reliable, to be a source of strength for others, is so important right now, and it's gonna give back to you tenfold. And I feel like that, like, I don't know if that's vague. I hope it's not. I really, I did say at the beginning of the video that I was leaving the messages just open to whatever spirit wanted to bring through. So maybe this is what you need to hear in this moment. But I just feel like that's the message, is just be open, follow what feels good, be a source of strength for others that will give back to you. And now is a time for fun, so just follow what really feels right. And for those of you who are being presented with an opportunity for a relationship, I feel like Spirit is saying explore it, have fun, see where this goes. I feel like your relationships are really at the forefront right now, and it'll pay off to really pour into them, and they'll pour back into you. So that is the message that I'm getting for you, pile number 3. I hope that you found it insightful. I hope it was helpful. And if you like the reading, make sure to give it a like and subscribe. And I hope to see you in the next one. Bye.